Jaki Shelton Green is the first African American and the third woman to be appointed as North Carolina's Poet Laureate. When he appointed her in 2018, Governor Cooper said, "Jaki Shelton Green brings a deep appreciation of our state's diverse communities to her role as an ambassador of North Carolina literature. Jaki's appointment is a wonderful new chapter in North Carolina's rich literary history," end quote. Green is the author of 8 collections of poetry, including Dead on Arrival, Conjure Blues, and I Want to Undie You. Her poetry has been published in over 80 anthologies and featured in magazines such as Essence and Miss Magazine. She's also the founder of Sister Write, an organization that brings women and spaces together for writing, community, sisterhood, and shared experience. And they're doing amazing work. Green received the North Carolina Award for Literature in 2003. She was inducted into the North Carolina Literary Hall of Fame in 2014. She has been called a working class poet, a community arts advocate, and poet of the people. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Jaki Shelton Green.
Thank you. So there's something that has been really troubling me this morning, and what's troubling me is that we have not offered homage to this ground that we stand on. We have not whispered to the ancestors this morning. We have not said we are grateful to be in a space that our feet are walking on, where I am sure there is much blood. There are many bones underneath this ground that we are standing on. So I would like for your feet, your hearts, to be very, very conscious right now in terms of where you are. The physicality, the sacredness of space. Orange County, our Orange County, that has a very twisted history and herstory. So this morning, I want to think about erasure. People have talked about voices being erased, about us being muted. In the 1700s, Haitian women were punished more regularly and more severely than their male counterparts. They were punished because they used to their greatest avail the only weapon that they possessed. And that weapon was their voice. Voice. They would not shut up. They would not be quiet. So in this space, I want to thank my coalition members for inviting me, but also, since we're talking about history, to acknowledge that this is the first invitation from anyone in Orange County as your poet laureate. This county that I have been raised and born and continue to raise and bring forth things. So history continues to repeat itself. It matters what voices we listen to. It matters what books we read. It matters what you buy. It matters what you do with your money. And if you have it, how you interact with those who don't have it. It matters who you surround yourself with and why it matters where you put your life labor. It matters where you put your love labor. It matters where you put your creative labor. And it matters what you create and why. It matters what you let into your life and what you are willing to live with. It matters what your relationship to the planet is or isn't. It matters how you respond to danger at the door, even if it's at your neighbor's door. And that's why we gather today, to think about the grief, the anger, the violence that has been forced upon bodies. Hate has no right to find space in our bones, but we must remain vigilant in our commitment to build a world where Black bodies women bodies feel safer, supported, and treated with dignity. In the aftermath of all of this violence, and even violence we witnessed this week upon a gay brother, this week a noose around a neck, that we hope that victims have the spaciousness that they need to feel what they need in terms of justice and healing, and what needs tending to, and what needs cared for with integrity. A lot of people right now are thinking about, as we are right here, the sincerity of our heart's longings and how we're going to move at a pace for healing. But I say we move in solidarity, and we move with every person who is familiar with any form